This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2015 Chevrolet Spark EV 1LT.
This Spark EV is painted in the electric blue exterior color.
On the front door panels, you have storage. And this vehicle does have power windows, power door locks, and power mirrors.
This Spark EV's two-tone interior includes electric blue seats and trim to go along with the electric blue exterior paint.
And the front seats are manually adjusted. And now, let's go ahead and power it on. On the key, you got the buttons for lock, unlock, remote start, and panic. Now, it does have a key blade, but it actually has push button start. So just make sure the key is somewhere in the vehicle, put your foot on the brake pedal, and then push this button.
Now you probably know about the Chevrolet Bolt, which is a small, all-electric 5-door hatchback that was introduced back for 2017. What we've got here today is basically the Bolt's predecessor, the Spark EV. Unlike the Bolt, which was made from the ground up as an electric vehicle, the Spark EV is an all-electric version of a pre-existing combustion engine-powered model, which is none other than the Spark. The Spark currently serves as Chevrolet's entry-level vehicle. This diminutive 5-door city car has been sold in North America since 2013, and received a complete redesign for 2016. The all-electric Spark EV was launched for 2014, with 2016 being the last model year. Although the gas-powered Spark was completely redesigned for 2016, the 16 Spark EV was actually a carryover 2015 model. In the US market, the Spark EV was only ever sold in the states of California, Oregon, and Maryland, so this vehicle is not exactly a very common sight. Now, using a permanent magnet electric motor driving the front wheels, the Spark EV produces 140 horsepower, which is a respectable figure and about what you'd expect. However, 2014 models have an outrageous 400 pound-feet of instant torque. You heard that correctly, 400! It's just absurd. This is an entry-level city car with a higher torque figure than a Ferrari 458, as Chevrolet themselves even pointed out. That's also a higher torque figure by 2 pound-feet than the Lamborghini Gallardo. Like I said, absurd. Now obviously the 140 horsepower Spark EV is no supercar, so that initial off-the-line torque quickly dies down as you pick up speed. But I still can't get over how this thing has a torque figure as ridiculous as 400 pound-feet. For 2015 models, the final drive ratio was lengthened, and torque output was lowered to 327 pound-feet, which honestly is still an outrageous number considering the type of car that this is. It does 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds, which is considerably quicker than the gas-powered Spark. And from what I've heard, this thing is quite quick off the line and drives like a go-kart. It also, as you'd expect, has a lot of torque steer. With as much torque as it has, I definitely expect quite a brisk takeoff. Anyways, the 2015 Spark EV is offered in 2 trim levels, those being 1LT and 2LT. Competitors back in 2015 included other EVs like the Mitsubishi i-MiEV, the Kia Soul EV, and the Fiat 500e.
Now, it has a fully digital instrument cluster, and you can control it via the controls right here.
With the Config button, you can configure what is displayed on either side of the screen. You can see things like your current range, instantaneous power consumption, as well as a driver efficiency gauge.
With this dial and select button, you can go between the info display. It has a 3-spoke design, multifunctional steering wheel, sport grips at 10 and 2. As for controls, on this side you got your cruise control, and on this side you got your radio controls, along with your hands-free phone and voice commands. It does have a tilt steering column. Of course, not just the steering wheel, but the actual cluster itself tilts with it. Your power mirror controls and your aforementioned information display controls, or digital instrument cluster controls. Air vent for the driver. Right here you've got your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you have your passenger airbag indicator, air vents, along with your hazard light button. You got the touchscreen interface for your MyLink infotainment system, your start button. This leaf button right here basically is a shortcut button to your electric info section of the MyLink display, which we'll go over in a bit. Right here are all the controls for your single zone automatic climate control. Right here you've got a power outlet, USB port, and aux port, along with the controls for your single stage heated front seats. Got some storage, cup holders, the parking brake is electronically operated, and you've got the buttons for your sport mode and your traction control. Some storage, another power outlet, and a cup holder for the rear passengers. The driver's seat does have an armrest. Little storage area above the glove box. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors. Your OnStar roadside assistance, overhead lighting. And there are grab handles at all 4 corners. And now we'll have a quick look at the MyLink system. So here's your main screen, multimedia, your radio right now. Got AM, FM, along with XM radio, Sirius. Telephone, so just phone pairing stuff. Smartphone link, so you can link that up and you have your Pandora, Stitcher, all that kind of stuff. And an electric info. First you got energy tips, so gives you some stuff to read. Tips on how to get the best efficiency, talks about using your climate controls, the driving style, charging and whatnot, and then you got your power flow, charging, energy info, status screens, as you can see. And then you can go to your climate controls from this screen right here, and your various settings. And now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look under the hood.
The Spark EV sports these 15-inch 5-split-spoke alloy rims. The Spark EV's propulsion system includes a permanent magnet electric motor up front and a lithium-ion battery in the back. 2015 models produce 140 horsepower and 327 pound-feet of torque. In favor of a traditional transmission is a single-speed direct drive unit sending power directly to the front wheels. A full charge offers 82 miles of range, and the estimated miles per gallon equivalent, or MPGe numbers for the Spark EV, are 128 in the city and 109 on the highway. It uses a McPherson strut front suspension and a torsion beam rear setup. Stopping the Spark EV is a set of fully regenerative 4-wheel disc brakes, ventilated front ones and solid rear ones. Curb weight for the 15 Spark EV is about 2,866 pounds.
Charging port is located on the driver's side. The rear seats are also 60/40 split folding to aid cargo space. The front passenger seat does have a storage pocket on the back. Also got coat hooks back here. And back here you've also got some storage with another cup holder to go along with that one right here. Your rear wiper.
The Spark EV offers 9.6 cubic feet of cargo space at first, but you can fold the rear seats down to increase cargo space to 23.4 cubic feet. As you can see back here, you've got the charging cable.
and also your cargo cover. Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2015 Chevrolet Spark EV, and as always, stay tuned for more videos.